So without further ado, we may as well just get stuck in. What do you think of the first test?
Well, to be honest, I didn't actually watch too much of it, but I must say I thought Pakistan had won after the first innings, but turned out to be a good fight back from England. So pleasing result, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a big result. I think England were behind the eight ball the whole time until maybe an hour to go before they won. Like
Yeah.
they just didn't look like winning the whole time. Mainly thanks to a Shah Masood 100 in the first innings,
Yeah.
which really just set up Pakistan. In the end, it was obviously a good win from Pakistan, but good win from England, but it was pretty bad from Pakistan to let that slip. What? How many did they score in the first innings? They scored 326, and they had a lead of 120 going into the second innings, which is pretty average. Um, but yeah, I guess it's a great win from England's point of view. Probably shouldn't just look at it as a pessimist and focus on the negatives. I should say fair play to England. Did very well given the circumstances. I wrote them off. Did you reckon coming into day 4 they were a chance or not really?
Yeah, no, I'd written them off as well. I think I'd shot you a text on day 3 or 4. I was like, yeah, we've certain loss incoming here.
Yeah,
So,
I think
yeah.
I think I think coming into day 4, England needed 220 or something. With they had all the wickets left, but or maybe it was a bit more. I don't know. But yeah, they did pretty well. It looked there was a bit of an early, well, not a collapse, but there were quite a few wickets lost early, and then Butler and Wokes put on a magical partnership of about 150. They did it fast as well. They counterattacked. It came out on social media that Joe Root had said to Joss Butler before he went out to bat. He said, "You know who you are. Just bat. You love chasing down targets. Just bat like it's a one-dayer." And he did that,
Wise
and I think
words.
him and Wokes went at a strike rate of just under 100, I'm pretty sure. So very well done to them. And well, I may as well just bring it up now because we're talking about them, and that's why they got my 5 and 4 votes. We're back doing the votes again. I'm loving my votes at the moment. I just worked out a Brownlow from round 1 to the current day. So that's definitely not a huge waste of time and life, but that's all right. So I gave my 5 votes to Chris Wokes and my 4 votes to Joss Butler. Did you have the same, or did you get around Shah
Uh,
Masood?
I definitely had Wokes as 5. He was obviously getting the 5, but I've found with these votes that they're quite hard to decipher, especially when you're doing 5 of them. But I actually gave my 4 to Stuart Broad because I thought he was England's best bowler easily and did a little
That
bit
is bold.
with the bat as well with a cheeky 29 not out to ensure that the lead wasn't monstrous going into the second innings.
That's a huge call, mate. I don't mind it though. I gave him 1 vote, but I think that's pretty bloody stiff on Shah Masood to be taking him over him, but fair enough. So I gave my 4 to Joss Butler. I just think, although he only scored, what did he score? 75. Um, they didn't go just under 100 strike rate, by the way. They went at 70s, but I think they slowed down a
Still
little bit
high.
then I think when it got a bit closer, they got a bit more patient. Butler made 75. So although it's nothing close to Shah Masood's 156, I think don't do this enough in my votes. I don't favor the win. Like I don't respect the win enough, and it's very rare in a cricket game that you can really put the win down to one innings or one bowling like spell. But it's pretty clear that the win came down to this Butler and Wokes partnership. So that's why I pretty much instantly picked them as my 5 and 4. But yeah, Wokes got 84 not out. Then he took 2 for 11, made 19 in the first innings, not great, and then took 2 for 43 in the first. So he's ended up with about 4 for 50 and 100 runs in total for only 1 wicket. So it's a pretty bloody good test. I was looking on Twitter, I think ICC or someone tweeted, "Who do you think is man of the match?" And even all the Pakistani people were saying it's Wokes as well, which is pretty rare because you would think someone who scored 156 in the first innings would instantly get 5 votes. But yeah, so Shah
Yeah.
Masood was limited to 3 votes for me. I don't know how he went for you.
Yep, 3 votes for me as well. I think the win probably came into account a little bit there by giving Broad the 4, but he did score a duck in the second innings, but he did have a great test, obviously. Great first innings. But yeah, 3 for me as well.
Yeah, it took 6 wickets, I think, 3 in each. So he got my 1 vote, and then I gave Yasir Shah 2 votes. He took 2 forfers. Yasir Shah, it's always a hard one because he takes a lot of wickets, but he bowls so many overs, and he usually goes for quite a few runs as well, actually.
Yep.
Musi said the other day that he's like a good limiter of runs and helps the other guys take wickets, but no offense to him, I don't really agree with that. I know he watches more Pakistan cricket than me, but I think his bowling statistics in his career, like his average and stuff, show that he actually goes for quite a lot of runs. But it's more just due to the fact that he bowls a lot of overs. So it's always tough to judge his wickets. But yeah, he took 8 wickets for the game, almost had a 10 for. But this pitch did favour spinners, as it showed in West Indies. So I think he'll have a bit more trouble down in Southampton, where the next 2 tests are. But we'll see how he goes. So he got 2 for me, and Brawl got 1 for me. So who got you 2 and 1?
Yeah, 2 went to Josh Butler. I must admit he didn't have the best game with the gloves, which is why I docked him a few points. He missed a stumping, dropped a couple catches, let in a few byes, but
yeah, he did keep really badly.
Yeah, but then again, as you said, he pretty much won the game with Wokes at the end. But yep, 2 for him and 1 for Shah.
Yeah, very fair. So that now, just quickly looking, we won't focus on this. We'll go back to talking about the Test series. But in terms of our overall leaderboards for, I don't know, Test Cricketer of the Year or Test Cricketer of the Summer in England or whatever, I've got Broad and Butler on top, which I have to say I'm not happy about. Butler, he's lucky to be in the team. I can't keep saying that, to be fair. He has played 2 really good tests, hence why I gave him votes. So I think he's locked in his spot for a little bit now. But him and Broad are on 7, then I've got Wokes tied with Roston Chase on 6. So you've got Stuart Broad on 10 votes, I think.
Yeah, he must be top for me now.
Yeah, he's well clear. Wokes is on 8 for you. And then obviously the Pakistanis, this is only their first test for you. So, wait, did you say you gave Joss 2 votes?
Yep.
Oh, okay, so, oh yeah, that's your first votes for Butler. So yeah, they're not really relevant. So for you, it's just Broad and then Wokes and then a long gap back to Stokes.
It's a miracle! Oh yeah! What about that one? Unbelievable! Balotelli, Aguero! Crowd cheers. Here's Siddle.